Finally, this is beautiful. I love this. We actually have an official list of studios with red flags, and it's the 2025 edition. So, the goal here is actually to prevent or help people from being taken advantage of. Because enough is enough, you know? I'm just so sick and tired of seeing game and film studios running unchecked, you know? Many of them have become really exploitative and are potentially operating illegally. Like, there's plenty of people and plenty of YouTubers that are keeping AAA in check, like Asmongold, Balliol News, or Angry Joe. But who's doing that for the indie companies? And I don't mean the indie companies that are successful. I mean the ones that really remain underground. There is a vacuum here. It's so crazy and messed up what's actually going on behind the scenes. But now that changes because there's consequences. If we see any wrongdoing, we're going to expose it. So treat this document like a naughty list. And past me, that I love that term, naughty list. That's going to be so good. So a little disclaimer. So this document serves as a warning to what we believe to be true, right? If you believe something is wrong or you found a studio which could make the list, please communicate with the Spoilata Bros. We have a Discord server, or you can email us at spoilatabros@gmail.com. And, you know, we welcome any discussion and we invite you to do your own research if you like. At the very least, though, just please be wary when applying to the jobs at these game studios. And inevitably, if you're someone who is a part of a studio that's on the list, or better yet, you're the owner and the boss and you're actually listening, we will remove your studio from next year's edition if you address these issues and red flags. You know, I'm not going to constantly, I'm going to update this list in terms of adding companies on it, but if you want to be removed, it's gonna have to wait till the next year because, you know, I know how people are, man. You're gonna fix your issues, right, and claim you fixed it, and then we take you off the list, and then the next month happens, and then you're back to your old ways. No, that's not gonna happen. You're on this for a year. But at the same time, we also believe that everyone deserves a chance at redemption. You know, and if you don't make any changes, which is probably the more likely outcome, you're gonna remain on this list and on future lists forever. All right, and to give you a little example, and these are in no particular order, by the way. This is just whenever I think of them. You got Ebrew Studios here, and I'll use this one as an example, Segritude Games. So the first thing you have here is a direct link to the studio creator's boss. Usually it's going to be a LinkedIn, so you're going to see exactly, you know, who they are and what they're made of. The next part, website. So if you click this, you go directly to their website. You can check them out directly. And then we have initial job post. And this is how I find pretty much every company that's going to be on this list. They're going to be advertising on LinkedIn or any other job platforms. And this is where I determine whether or not there's red flags on the company, right? And that brings me to the next section. You got the red flags, of course, you know, and this one happens to, you know, have a quite a bit, you know. And then below this is the video explanation. So if you click on this link, it's going to take you direct onto YouTube, and it's going to showcase a video about the Spoilata Bros. You know, we did a dedicated video for this company. And keep in mind that not everything on the video is going to list every single red flag that's on this document. You know, some of the time we're going to miss things. You know, might not be as important, but yeah. So take that with a grain of salt. And we've got a bunch of companies here. Some of these companies don't have video explanations. It's because we haven't done a video on them yet, or maybe, you know, they're low priority. But I want to bring you down to this one. So we've got Runic Dice's Entertainment. And we have this unique section, which is, I call it Insider Source. And what I mean by this is the points that are going to be below this would be points that would be told to me from an external source, you know. This one happened to be a DMs from an ex-employee, and I'm labeling this specifically because there's no real official way to verify this. Like, I don't know 100% whether or not this person's telling the truth, slightly lying, I don't know. So keep that with a grain of salt. But yeah, I'm just so proud. I really feel this is going to be a great resource for the indie game and film creative sector. Like, it's so easy. You know, you could simply, if you want to search, you just Control F and you can search your company. You know, you can find Zach D Films is just an example. Or you got this little handy bar on the left. You can just click on this and it brings you directly to the company of choice. And one day it'll be amazing if we can actually turn this into like an actual full website database where it's super professional and stuff. But for now, something about Google Docs, it just has that vibe. I don't know. I like Google Docs for some reason. It just feels right. So yeah, this list is going to continue to expand. And yeah, if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Maybe there's some things that I can add, or there's some things that I could change. I'm totally open. Like, this is just, I haven't really told many people about this yet, so I'm completely open to criticism. And if you guys want to find this document, it'll be in two places. So in the description of this video, and it's also going to be in my Discord server. There's a channel called Resources, and it's going to be posted there. But I hope this really helps someone out. That's the end goal of this. Again, the goal is to prevent or help people from being taken advantage of, because I'm just so sick and tired of seeing it. It's happening to too many people. Too many people are getting screwed over, and I want to minimize that. All right, see you guys. Have a good one. Got something to expose? Call the Spilato Bros.